What's up, everyone? I'm Justin.
And I'm Nick.
And we have fantasy football. And before we get into our Week 7 recap, we just want to say make sure you tweet us at FfInTheZone. We get the alert on our phone and we answer.
One of us will answer you.
Very fast. And Week 7, it's almost through. We just have that Monday night game tonight.
I'm sad, man. Feel like I was just getting ready for Week 1. I sat down on my couch ready to watch Seahawks and Packers. Now it's Week 7.
And we got some more weeks to go. So, but tonight, the Steelers are versus the Texans. What sleeper are you looking for tonight?
These may not be more of a sleeper, just a guy I like. I like DeAndre Hopkins tonight. I see a solid game for him, PPR or non-PPR, like 15, 20 points. I think he's going to have a really good game tonight.
I agree with you. I like Hopkins also. Let's get to the recap. The recap. The Patriots defeated the Jets in a thriller.
Awesome
the Jets
game.
almost had the game-winning field goal, but the Patriots blocked it. They won. They defeated the Jets 27-25. Shane Vereen had a huge day.
God.
71 touchdowns. 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not 71
and
touchdowns.
And only 43 yards on the ground.
Someone has 71 touchdowns in one game. I want him on my team. The Ravens defeated the Falcons 29-7. And Justin Forsett, let's talk about him a little bit. This guy is a guy you most likely picked up.
He's a mid-2, yeah.
And he's a mid-2 at this point. He didn't have a touchdown, only 95 yards, but he is getting the touches. Yeah,
if he
get over 20 carries this week.
If he gets that touchdown, he's 15, 16 points. That's low-end one numbers.
Yeah. But another guy who had a really big game, Roddy White, 100 yards and a touchdown, a lot of receptions, much more value in PPR
but for the
that
rest
game.
Of the... But for the rest of the Falcons' offense, it was disappointed. Top rusher was Steven Jackson, only 22 yards.
He's a guy I'm not starting him. He's a full running back committee and a passing offense.
But I'm not starting him week in and week out. Maybe a desperate flex.
Torrey Smith, 81 yards, a touchdown. He had a garbage time touchdown when they were just going to run the clock out. They're down, they threw it.
I don't
trust him at this point. The Redskins defeated the Titans 19-17. They actually pulled Kirk Cousins and put in Colt McCoy, who actually led the Redskins to a victory 19-17. And Pierre Garçon, 87 yards and a touchdown. Do you trust him?
He's another receiver on the Redskins, just like Deshaun Jackson. You just got to really play the matchup. These guys are boom-bust guys, 1 week 20, 1 week 3.
They're too inconsistent for me to start and trust them as like a 2. I'm much safer as a 3. And before we move on to the next game, RG3 might come back this game.
He's on the practice field.
If you have a bye week, if you have a quarterback on a bye week, I definitely think he's worth an ad. The Rams defeated Seattle Seahawks 28-26. What an upset. Seattle Seahawks, the defending champs, starting off to a rough start, 3-3.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in the way they've been playing. But Doug Baldwin, he had an awesome game. He had like 20 points in a PPR league,
123
really
yards
good.
and a touchdown. When they traded Percy Harvin, this was a guy I picked him up in a lot of my leagues. I don't trust him yet as like a 3. He might be a low-end 3 at this point. I trust him more as a 4, but he's definitely a guy I want. And Zach Stacy, what a disappointment. Trey Mason, 85 yards and a touchdown, and Benny Cunningham with 46 yards and a touchdown.
Zach Stacy played one snap. I think you should drop him. Go for Cunningham and Trey Mason, even though I like Mason a little bit better.
You would drop Stacy at this point?
Yeah, he only played one snap. He's been proven to be ineffective. And the next game, the Jacksonville Jaguars, for the first win, beat the Browns 24-6.
Denard Robinson was he had a big day, 127 yards and a touchdown. And this is a guy that you could play at the running back or wide receiver. He's running back dash wide receiver. You could play him at either one, so that makes his value go a little bit more.
Also,
and he's a starting running back.
Yeah, a disappointment in this game was Ben Tate. Only 36 yards, no touchdowns. He had a big week when he came back, and I expected him to do big things this week.
And the Colts shut out the Bengals 27-0.
I thought this was going to be a good game. I turned my TV on to this
27-0. Giovanni Bernard, a guy you might have played as your best running back, 17 yards and 0 touchdowns. You got to give it up to the Indianapolis Colts defense. They have been lights out so far in this season. Sanu only 54 yards. Hopefully AJ Green comes back so you get your wide receiver 1 back. And T.Y. Hill 107 yards, 0 touchdowns. Another good guy. Another good game for him.
And another guy I want to speak about is Trent Richardson. He had a catching touchdown, 77 yards on the ground, and he went down with the hamstring in the late third quarter.
The next game, the Bills defeated the Vikings 17-16.
Another
thriller.
1-second win.
They found Sammy Watkins, and a guy that, coming in, we weren't high on these rookie wide receivers, but he had 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. And what do you trust him as at this point?
Honestly, I don't know. He's been really producing, but I still don't see him as more than like
high 3. I like him as
low end 2 maybe.
CJ Spiller,
he got hurt, and so did Fred Jackson.
Fred Jackson's might come back in 2 weeks. CJ
Spiller,
unfortunately,
done for the season.
So that means go pick up Anthony Dixon
or
Bryce Brown.
Whichever one you believe is the better ad. Next game was the Miami Dolphins defeated the Chicago Bears 27-14. The Bears lose again at home, and Matt Forte, he had another solid week, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
60 yards receiving,
and 49
rushing. Lamar Miller, another big day.
He's been really producing since Noshawn went down.
Even before Noshawn went down, he still was a guy you were looking at the flex. Now, he might be a guy low end 2 at this point.
Yeah,
he's been playing great.
He's been running well with the Miami's offense, so the offensive line been really picking up. He's been finding those holes and running.
The next game, the Lions defeated the Saints.
A
lot of good games this week. At 24-23, Lions defeat the Saints, and Stafford looked like he was going to have another bad week until that last few drives.
299 and 2 touchdowns. He picked it up towards the end of the game.
Yeah, when he had those 2 final touchdowns at the end of the game. Golden Tate, 154 yards and a touchdown. And I like him as a wide receiver, too, if Calvin can't play another week.
Tate's pretty good, this game was pretty much a blowout throughout the whole thing. Packers defeated the Panthers 38-17. And
Randall Cobb, another big week. And Jordy Nelson, of course, probably one of the best wide receivers duos in the league. And Eddie Lacy getting back together, 63 yards and touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers had 3 TDs, 255 yards. That's what I expect from him. Good week.
Greg Olsen, another good week by him.
105 yards. A little bit more value in a PPR league.
The Chiefs defeated the Chargers 23-20. And in this game, it was another close game like it's been a lot. And Gates, 61 yards and touchdown. We thought this guy was going downhill. The age is going to get to him, but he's been playing great. Jamal Charles, 95 yards and a touchdown, finally producing for you on your roster.
Allen, who's been struggling, he scored 11 points this week, mainly because I was in a PPR league and had him. But don't sell low on this guy. I think I'm holding on to him. I think he's definitely gonna pick it back up by the end of the season.
I agree. Cardinals defeated the Raiders 24-13. You might have picked up a guy, Andre Holmes, but he had a disappointment week, only 6 points in a PPR. Andre Ellington, 72 yards.
72 yards receiving, 88 yards rushing.
Yeah, so he had a good day.
A good game.
He had a good game, more in a PPR, 72 yards receiving,
Stephen
a few catches.
Taylor got 2 touchdowns, stole them from Andre Ellington.
Darren McFadden, 48 yards and a touchdown. I don't trust this guy much.
He's a bench player at depth. I really don't see him. Not even as a flex.
The Cowboys been playing very good. They defeated the Giants 31-21, and they've just been playing great. Des Bryant, 151 yards, 0 touchdowns. Yeah, he's been playing good. Andre Williams, 51 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Another disappointment week, but
what do you trust Andre Williams as?
I think he's a low-end 2 flex, but week 9, Rashad Jennings is supposed to be returning. That's when he's targeting return. So I think you hold on to him week 9. Hold on to him in your roster a little bit more as Jennings plays, and then in a few weeks, you could be safe to drop him.
I agree. The Broncos defeated the 49ers 42-17.
And Peyton Manning broke the record.
Brett Favre's record for most
he had 4
passing
touchdowns and 318 yards.
Demaryius Thomas came off to a slow start in this season, but this game, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns.
In a PPR league, he had 35 points.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas is one of the best, probably a top 3 receiver at this point. Ronnie Hillman, 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. He made some incredible moves.
I was reading an article that
Monty Ball might step back a little bit.
When Monty Ball's returns, he's not guaranteed his job back with the way Hillman was playing.
Ronnie Hillman's been playing great. If you had Ball, hopefully you picked up Hillman because Monty Ball is becoming a bust in the first round. Frank Gore, disappointment, 20 yards
20
and 0
points.
touchdowns.
I saw him at my flex in one of my leagues.
But Peyton Manning is showing you why you should have drafted him in the first round, 4 touchdowns. But like we said, I'd rather get a guy like Russell Wilson, who's also becoming an elite quarterback. But that will do it here, guys. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more.